Assalamu alaikum, my dear friends. How are you? I welcome you here on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. Dear friends, look, all of us need to have a very good day. All of us want to have a very good day. All of us want to be effective in our daytime. All of us want to lead a happy life and a happy day. But unfortunately, there aren't many who are able to manage it, who are able to do that. What is the reason? There are certain reasons, of course, and today we have made it a topic of our discussion that what are the reasons and how to eradicate those things. What things are making our day unhappy and unproductive. We, after a lot of study, after a lot of study and research, some of the things have been identified. Some of the behaviors have been singled out, and it is very important for all of us to know about those, so that we keep trying, although it is not very difficult to change those attitudes and behaviors. I think it is this is the topic of our discussion, and there are certain things, and these are 10 in number. Let's look upon all of those 10 things one by one. First of all, it is focusing on how life should be every step of the way. We want a perfect life every step of the way. How the life should be. I think it is not something which is practical. It is totally against the ground realities, and we need to accept whatever the circumstances are, because unless and until we don't embrace it, I think we cannot do anything good about that at all. We need to take the ownership of our life, and not to keep simply daydreaming, not to simply keep wishing. I think we need to keep doing, and once we want to keep doing, the first thing is to embrace whatever the circumstances are, and then to accept it from the depth of our heart. Once we have accepted it, only then we can start making improvement about that. Now that was the number one thing which we need to change and rectify. The second thing is wanting to control the uncontrollable, wanting to control the uncontrollable. There are most of the people, they are seen moaning and groaning, frowning and fretting about the things which are out of their control, and they are seen complaining, why my family member, my parent, my government, my company, why don't they do this? Why don't they do this? Why don't they stop doing this? Why don't they stop doing this? I think it is okay to wish all that. But prior to all that, we need to focus and to concentrate upon what does lie in our own hand. I think we need to focus and to concentrate upon all that, because we are in need of some 70 to 80 to 90% of the marks here in this half of my life. I think I need to control everybody. We need to focus upon what does lie in my control, and there are certain other things which are the areas of my concern. I can remain concerned about all that, but as far the area of my control is concerned, I need to focus and to concentrate, so that I am better able to produce very good results here. And let me assure you, those people who are producing the very good result in the area of their own control, other people to start helping them. Even the forces of nature and nation come to their help, because there is a famous proverb, centuries old, that God help those who help themselves. So stop, minimize our worries about what does not lie in my control, but we need to focus and to concentrate upon what does lie in my control. Now the third thing is holding tight to the way things once were. My previous life, my past life, I think I shouldn't be doing that. Why? Because the past is the past. It cannot be brought back my life. The time which is gone, because the things are evolving on a constant basis, on a permanent basis, and whatever, the only thing which is permanent is the change. The change is invincible. The change is unavoidable. All the other things, I think that the change cannot be stopped at all. those people who are seen fighting and resisting the change, they ultimately perish, but the change keep happening. So I think we shouldn't be getting irritated at all. Why the things are different? Why the things are not as it used to be? And it is whatever is happening today. The things and circumstances will further change because the changes will keep happening for all the time in my life. So, my dear friends and fellows, that is something. But the things are evolving on a permanent basis. The life is moving forward. The past cannot be brought back. Whatever was happening, if it is not happening today, whatever did not happen, if it is happening today, I think that should be accepted, and we need to modify ourselves. We need to adjust ourselves with the new, and even in the future, once the things further change, we need to keep adjusting ourselves on a constant basis. Now, the fifth is endlessly settling for the default setting. What is this, by the way? Instead of staying keeping ourselves on the autopilot, because the people, they are doing the things in a robotic manner, they are not customizing it. We need to customize as many things as possible. Mean we need to modify, we need to do the tinkering, we need to bring those things according to our own need, according to the better result. So instead of keep moving like an animal, we are not an animal, we are the humans. We have been gifted with the mind, with the brain by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We need to utilize it in the best possible manner. So be innovative. The purpose there is to be an innovative person, to use your ingenuity, to use your creative power, to somehow modify the thing, not to do the things on a default, not to keep yourself on the track of a default setting, rather customize it. Now, the sixth is resisting new ideas and lessons. Resisting new ideas and lessons. I think we need to reflect back on our life. We need to reflect back, and we need to learn whatever we can. And new ideas should be adopted. New technology should be adopted. New ideas, because we cannot maintain a pace with the age of today, because this is the digital age. This is the digital age. And why not to avail it? Why not to seek the help of all those things? So that is not to remain manual, because if at all, whatever can be done on the computer, whatever can be done by the gadgets, it does not mean that we should disconnect with the nature. We need to stay connected with the nature. Some of the time we need to go offline. Some of the hours in our 24 hours day, we need to go offline, and we need to live with the nature. Experiencing the nature is a very good thing, but we cannot afford to ignore the new ideas, the new technologies, the new method, the new way of doing the thing. Now, the seventh is constantly seeking fleeting contentment. Constantly seeking fleeting contentment. What is this, by the way? Many of the people, they are seen, damaging their future, their long-term plans and goals, because they are self-indulgent, because they are seeking the gratification, the instant gratification. I think we shouldn't be doing that. Rather, we need to sacrifice our players, the momentary players of today, for the better future, for the long-term goal, for the long-term achievement. So that is actually the number seven thing. Constantly seeking fleeting contentment. Now, the eighth is always worrying about everyone else's story. We don't need to learn to respect and take care of yourself, and become a daily part of your own support system. And learn to respect and take care of yourself. Not It is not being selfish, because we cannot pour from the empty cup. So in the same manner, we need to take care of ourselves, and we need to take care of ourselves. It must be a priority, and it does not mean that we should lack the empathy. Empathy is very important, but who else will take care of ourselves if at all we are not taking care of ourselves? Now, the ninth is fearing little necessary failure. Not to be afraid of the failure at all. Not to be afraid of the failure at all, because those people who have achieved the big successes in the world today, They people suffered many of the failures. If at all they could not achieve the success without prior failing so many of the time. They are all the famous personalities. Look at the great inventor. They people, those dignitaries, those personalities, they face dozens and dozens of times, not just once or twice, but ultimately the world saw that they have succeeded a lot. So, in the same manner, not to be afraid of the failure at all. It does not mean that we should adopt the self sabotaging way or behavior. Not at all. Avoid the failure, but not to be afraid of it, because every failure does teaches us a lot. The failure is the best teacher. The failure is the best mentor. Whatever the failure teaches us, nothing else can teach us. So we need to take the failure as a stepping stone toward the success. Now the tenth and the last is waiting for the perfect moment to take the next step. The perfect moment may not arrive. I think we should start doing the good thing as early as possible. Do not waste your time at all. Do not waste your time at all. Rather, what is needed is that we should be, dear friends and fellows, we should start whatever good we want to start in our life as early as possible, not to delay. Some of the things maybe we will not be able to start immediately, while most of the things which we can start immediately, not to waste our time at all, not to wait for the perfect moment. So these are the 10 things which are actually which are not allowing us to live a happy life, which are not allowing us to live a productive life. So that's all from me at the moment. Thank you very much.